Hello everyone! So I have a fun little process video for you today. I'm going to be using that photo of my youngest son, which was taken a number of years ago. And I'm going to use a lot of cut files today. So this is my submission for a challenge over at the Cherry on Top message board, which was to use border die cuts. And what I ended up doing was using a bunch of die cuts. So I grabbed my December Wonderland kit from Click Kits, and I also went ahead and did a whole bunch of the free cut files that come with our kits. So I have the 3 butterflies and this word which says Wonderment. And as soon as I saw this cut file word, I knew exactly what photo I wanted to scrapbook. So this is going to be an 8.5 by 11 page. And the die cut challenge was to use borders. So I cut from a couple of different pattern papers in the kit a whole bunch of these cute little scalloped border strips. And I'm going to use them as almost like an anchor for underneath my photo. And I'm going to layer them up. So now I have all of these border strips and I'm just laying them, I'm overlapping them a little bit to kind of create almost like a lace look, a little bit of a lace look. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to place my photo right there with the big Wonderment title above it. And I sized my Wonderment title to be like right above the photo. And then I'm going to go ahead and kind of play around with the placement and where I want these butterflies. These butterflies are so cool. I loved the cut files in this Click Kit. They were really good. They're ones that I know I'm going to use for a long time to come. So I'm just getting an idea for how my photo is going to go and how these border strips are going to work. And then I sized the border strips to be ever so slightly longer than 8.5. Just to make sure, I didn't mind them being too long because as you can see I could trim them, but I didn't want them to end up too short. So that was my plan. So I sized them just a tiny bit longer so that I had them from one end of the page to the next. So now I'm going to go ahead and work on my photo. I did want to mat it, but I wanted the mats to be straight, so I didn't want kind of wonky mats. And so what I did was I got my paper trimmer out and I measured them. So the first mat for this is going to be 4.25 by 6.25. And then I decided I kind of wanted it to be a gallery mat. So the first mat would be a little bit smaller, and then the second mat would be a little bit bigger. So the next mat, I think, if I remember correctly, is 6.75 by 4.75. So it's just a little bit bigger than the first mat. So you have a small mat and then a big mat. And you can see kind of how nice that looks. If you really want to chunk up or mat a photo, you could cut another piece of pattern paper that's 5 by 7, and then you have a really nice, real formal kind of gallery mat for a photo. So that's going to be my placement right there, and I'm just going to go ahead and stick it down, and then I'm going to stick down that title and then work on my embellishments. I love this photo, and I love how when I created this page it looks like he's kind of looking up and into the picture. Or not the picture, the layout. So now I'm going to place my butterflies, and there's a little bit of quiet space in my photo, and I decided that would be a really nice spot to kind of put the one of the butterflies. And now these two are going to be kind of up and around and in my title. And I'm just going to place them right there. And then I've also pulled a couple of little pieces from the kit, a couple of die cuts. I really kept this layout to these grays and blues. So I have that little flower there, but you'll see as I go along here and embellish that I actually end up intentionally covering all of the green because I just wanted the blue shades, not the green. I've also pulled out a flare button from the kit and some gorgeous sequins from Spiegel Mom Scraps. These are the Moonshine Delight sequins. They're brand new and I adore them. I think they really are my favorite sequins ever. They are perfect with any color scheme. They're perfect with any anything you want to do. They're gorgeous. They're so, so, so pretty. And so if you haven't checked out those new products yet, you need some of those sequins because I really believe them to be the perfect sequins ever. They're gorgeous. So I'm just going ahead here and I've decided where I want to place all of my embellishments. And then this paper was my most favorite paper. It's from Pink Paisley's Moonstruck line, and it was my favorite paper in the kit, and I love it so much. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to cut out some of these little doily shapes, and I'm going to fussy cut them all and use them as embellishments on my layout. So now I have all of these doilies fussy cut and inked up with some Hickory Smoke Distress ink. And while I kind of decide on the placement here, I will tell you, like I said at the beginning, this is for a challenge at the Cherry on Top message board. It's a die cut challenge. It's hosted by my good friend Brandy, and I think it's a really great challenge because I don't know about you guys, but if I don't have to pull out my silhouette and I don't have to hook it up, I don't. And I tend to not just cut one thing, I tend to fill a mat. So if I have to cut one thing, I'm filling an entire mat and I'm cutting everything. So I love the idea of a challenge every month where I have to pull my silhouette out and I have to cut files because I have so many files, some purchased, some not purchased, and I'm a firm believer in binge cutting. So if I pull my silhouette out, I'm going to fill the mats on my screens and cut 3-4 mats full of die cuts and then just keep them maybe with the photos or in a box so that I have them to pull out and use. So I'm just going to go through here, decide where I want these doilies, and then I'm going to place the little sequins around, and that will finish up this layout. I love the little panda at the bottom. I know I didn't talk about the panda at all, but that panda is so super cute. I love it. It's so perfect for this page because it adds a little bit of that. My son was probably 18 months old, maybe 2 in this picture, and so it adds that little bit of, you know, he's little in the photo and everything, but it also it's just adorable. So let's get cracking on this layout and put down our sequins. So here's that last little touch with those Moonshine Delight sequins. Everything is down and that will complete our layout, and I'm showing you how pretty they are. They're so pretty. I love them. I hope you have a wonderful day and enjoy your weekend, and I will see you again tomorrow with another process video. It's a process video weekend. Have a great day. Bye.